Chapter 4, Problematic Consonants. This chapter will help you to fix the most common consonant errors that non-native speakers of English make. The pronunciation of some of these sounds is exclusive to American English, and other times the pronunciation is difficult for non-native speakers because the sound does not exist in their native language. The various T sounds of American English. We'll start with one of the most distinctly American consonants, the letter T. The T can be pronounced in several different ways, depending on its position in a word and depending on the other sounds that surround it. Sometimes the T sounds more like a D, as in water and atom, and sometimes it's not pronounced at all, as in often and interview. Other times it's barely pronounced, as in but and cat. Also, it can change to a different sound when it's followed by an R, as in try or truth. The held T. As a simple awareness exercise, let's first practice saying the T sound so that you get a feeling of where in the mouth it occurs. Repeat saying the T, 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 t. You will notice that the tip of your tongue is touching and releasing your gum ridge, which is the upper part of your mouth right behind your front teeth. T, t, t. This is what we call the fully pronounced T. The tongue touches and releases. Now, say the following two words which end with the T. Cat. Right. Say them again. This time, do not release the T. Just let your tongue stay on top, touching the gum ridge with no air coming out when you're saying the T. Cat. Right. This sound is called the held T. The other way to make this kind of silent T is just to press the vocal cords together and stop the airflow and then release. Cat. Right. The T is generally held at the end of words and before consonants within words. This held T is very common in American English. Using it will help you to sound more like a native speaker, since non-native speakers almost always tend to release the T when speaking English. Listen to the following sentences repeated twice, and notice how the first time the T's are released, and the second time the T's are held. It's not that hot tonight. It's not that hot tonight. The T in the second sentence is almost silent. All you hear is the interruption of the previous sound. This just gives you an idea that the T is there. Note: you will sometimes hear Americans release the final T. If they do, it's usually at the end of a phrase or a sentence, or for special emphasis of a word. For example, that's great. It's so hot. There is no absolute rule about always holding the T, but keep in mind that if you release the T at the end of every word, it will sound like a foreign accent. Practice with the final T. First, just listen to the words pronounced two different ways, with the T released and the T held. Then repeat, just saying the word with the held T. Cut. Cut. Robert. Robert. State. State. Out. Out. Present. Present. Budget. Budget. List. List. Absent. Absent. Met. Met. Word contrasts for the final held T. Listen to the differences between the following pairs of words. They sound almost the same, except the second word ends with a T. Notice how in the second word, the final held T interrupts and shortens the previous consonant. Can, can't. Fall, fault. Star, start. Men, meant. Fell, felt. Car, cart. Did you say can or can't? The silent T is one of the reasons why you may have a hard time hearing the difference between the words can and can't. Instead of saying, I can't do it, Americans hold a T and say, I can't do it. Held T plus a consonant. Always hold the final T when the next word begins with a consonant. Instead of saying at work, say at work. Word pairs for practice. It was. Might do. Can't go. At work. Didn't like. Won't need. 8 weeks. Budget cut. Always hold a T when the next letter within the same word is a consonant. Football. Outside. Lately. Nightmare. Atmosphere. Atlas. Atlanta. Butler. Sentences for practice for the held T. I might not do that.
It's not that great.
He built that website last night.
It felt quite hot in Vermont.
What? That can't be right.
Matt went out for a bite to eat.
That apartment felt quite hot.
If you eat out every night, you'll get fat.
Study tip. Make a list of the most common words that are used in your workplace, or if you're a student, the terminology in your field of study. Find out the correct pronunciation of these words. Also, master the pronunciation of the name of the company that you work for and the names of your American coworkers. This will greatly add to your confidence level when you're speaking in a professional situation. Held T before an N sound. When the T is followed by an N or N sound within a word, make sure that you hold the T. For example, we don't say button or button, we say button. Hold the T as in but, and then add an N without releasing the tongue from the gum ridge. Button. Similarly, don't say written or ridden, say written. Don't say kitten or kitten, say kitten. Words for practice. Certain. Gotten. Mountain. Lighten. Cotton. Britain. Eaten. Written. Forgotten. Frighten. Sentences for practice. T plus N sound. I will shorten the curtain.
He has eaten the rotten food.
I'm certain that it was written in Britain.
I've already forgotten the sentence.
That cotton blouse has buttons.
Martin Luther King and Bill Clinton are famous Americans.
T after N. The T after an N or an N sound is often silent. Instead of saying internet, you will frequently hear Americans say internet. This is fairly standard speech, and it's not considered overly casual or sloppy speech. Words for practice. Interview. 20. Disappointing. Accountable. Dentist. Intellectual. Quantity. advantages, international, center, cantaloupe, plenty, Santa Monica, Atlanta, Orange County, Sacramento. Dialogues for practice.
There are many advantages to working for that international company.
I'll be disappointed if they don't call me for an interview.
I hear they're looking for someone with interpersonal skills and plenty of energy.
It's only 20 minutes from Santa Monica. When T is between two vowels. The T sounds like a fast D sound when it's between two vowels. When a T is between two vowels, it's generally pronounced like a fast D sound. We don't say better, we say better. It also sounds the same as the rolling R sound that sounds like R of many languages, where the tip of the tongue touches the upper gum ridge. This sound is also sometimes called a tapped T because you quickly tap the tip of the tongue on the gum ridge. Listen to the following 3 pairs of sentences. The first sentence of each pair is pronounced with a foreign accent or a British accent. The second sentence is an American sound. It's better and better. It's better and better. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I ate a lot of meat. I ate a lot of meat. The T becomes a fast D in the following cases. Between two vowels, we don't say better, we say better. Before an L, we don't say little, we say little. After an R and a vowel, we don't say party, we say party. We don't say 40, we say 40. Note, the T does not change to a fast D sound if the T is within a stressed syllable. We don't say attack, we say attack. Words for practice. City, duty, better, ability, total, matter, meeting, quality. When T is between two words. This fast D also occurs between two separate words when the first word ends with a vowel and a T, and the next word begins with a vowel. For example, not at all sounds like not at all. Again, this is not sloppy or casual speech. It is a standard American accent. Word groups.
It is.
Get up.
Try it on.
Eat out.
At 11.
Wait a minute.
What if?
Put it off. Sentences for practice.
I'll eat it a little later.
I bought an auto battery for $40.
Peter wrote a better letter.
I'd better go to the meeting at 11.
He met her at a computer store in Seattle.
It's a pity that he's getting fatter and fatter.
Tell the waiter to bring it a little later.
He bought a lot of bottles of water.
Betty's knitting a little sweater for her daughter.
It'll be better if you heat it before you eat it. The fast D between two vowels. In addition to the standard D sound, as in words like dog, day, and bed, there is another kind of D sound that occurs between two vowels and also before an L. It sounds exactly like the T between two vowels. Instead of saying ready, we say ready. It's the sound made with the tip of the tongue quickly tapping the gum bridge. Word pairs for practice. The following word pairs sound the same even though the first word is spelled with the T and the second word is spelled with the D. Since they're both between two vowels, the sounds are identical. Medal. He won a gold medal in the Olympics. Metal. My car is made out of metal. Adam. His first name is Adam. Atom. An atom is the smallest unit of an element. Hit it. My hand hurts because I hit it hard. Hit it. You can't find it because I hit it. Leader. The president is the leader of the country. Liter. How much is a liter of gasoline? Feudal. There was a feudal system in the Middle Ages. Feudal meaning useless. My effort was totally futile. Individual words for fast d between two vowels. Listen to the fast d sounds in the following words. Already. Addict. Canada. Editor. Ladder. Product. Middle. Shadow. Word pairs. Add on. Made it. Hit it. Fed up. Sentences for practice.
I already added it.
Adam will edit the middle part.
Those products are made in Canada.
She had on a Prada dress.
I'm fed up with that crowded elevator.
Note: remember, if the d is within a stressed syllable, this rule does not apply. First, you will hear a word with the normal d and then one with the fast d. Adopt. Addict. Adore. Audit.